Welcome to this course. In this course, we are going to learn about SQL Server on PAAS as a platform as a services, and we are going to see about the security related thing. So, we will start our no our video session from now, and we will go and create some PAAS SQL Server database server, and we will try to connect, and we will see the database level of security and the server level of security, how the PAAS databases work, how the connectivity is happen into the Azure database from the SQL Server Management Studio. The meaning of this means how the SQL Server is going to connect from your laptop to PAAS. This all detail we are going to discuss. One more thing I will be, I want to just, one more thing I want to explain you here, that is, in my previous video session, not previous course, which one I have launched on uh, infrastructure as a services, and in this I have already explained about the RBAC. So don't mix these things. In when I explain this video session, you can see it is here. This is the 1 hour 15 minutes of video, and it is on the preview. So if you want to watch this video, just go to Udemy, search for this course, and go to this video, and you can start no you can start this video, and it will not charge anything because it is in the preview, right? So here I have explained how you can give the access to the portal level of access to the any user. If any user working as a DBA, it's required something called restart the server, right? That is, I'm talking about here infrastructure as a service, not PaaS. Infrastructure as a service. In infrastructure as a service, you have the OS, you are going inside the VM, you have to restart the SQL server, right? So everything you will able to do from your uh, portal. So portal level of access, if you want to give, how to give that, I have explained in this video session. And I told whenever I will go for the SQL server, means when I will explain the PAAS, there I am going to explain you all security related. And today's video session is just a very basics, and I am going to compare with PAAS with your SQL Server in on-prem, how you are going to connect. So before that, what I will try to do, I will try to connect with my SQL Server services, that is on-prem, that is the prod 2012 server. This is my in on-prem server, which is installed in this machine. Now what I will do, I will go to my Azure portal and try to create the Azure database. So just see it here. uh, I have to type this Azure SQL. Just go inside that, and after that, just hit on the create. And once you will go for create, I have already explained in my previous video session what is Azure database, what is managed instance, and what is this virtual machine. This is nothing but it is the IAAS, that is infrastructure service, and this two is the PaaS, platform as a service. And in platform as a services, it is the two part. One is SQL database and one is managed instance. If you want to learn the managed instance, I'm going to create later some video, some course on the managed instance, but now we are going to discuss on Azure SQL DB. Okay, so I will go and I will select the SQL database, and I will hit on the create. Once I will click on the create, it is going to be open one new window. And what I'm going to do, I have to use the my resource group. I will use as usual what I'm using the uh, PowerShell hyphen RGP hyphen prod. This is my resource group. I will go and select my database name, right? And then I have to select the server, but I have not created any server. So what I will do, I will go and I will create some server here. So server name, I will try to give here this one, right? And I'm selecting my some different reason here. Then after that, I have to select the authentication method. This is very important. If you will go and see your on-prem, right? In the on-prem, there is two type of authentication, that is the SQL authentication and Windows authentication. This Windows authentication, nothing but it is synced with the AD, Active Directory. Here also, this is nothing but this name has been changed whenever you are talking about Active Directory, that is on-prem, and cloud, you can tell about, you can you can say Microsoft Entra authentication, right? So if you are going for Microsoft Entra authentication, means I'm using here is also there's two type. One is Microsoft Entra authentication and other one is your SQL authentication. Whenever you are installing the SQL Server, you will remember you have to, it is going to ask in the on-prem, you want SQL authentication, you want mixed authentication having the Windows plus your SQL authentication, right? These two. Here also it is giving the two option. If you want to use the both, you have to select this. So if I am going with the Windows authentication, right, first Windows login has to be created, right? First window has to be there, right? And the same thing, what, how you are doing the on-prem, you are adding the current login, or you are adding the group in the on-prem, right? And it is going to be added into the SQL server, right? And why I am saying this course, I already told, who is already worked as a SQL Server DB or who having the basic knowledge of SQL DB, this course is will be useful. If you have zero knowledge of SQL DB, better you go and learn the DBA concept, right? Because many things I'm not going to show you there here. So what I'm going to say, if you want to go for Microsoft Entra only authentication, means in the Azure Active Directory, this login has to be there. Then only you will able to add, right? So before going to this, then if I'm going to this both, I have to, my login has to be available, right? For that, what I will go, I will first, I have to create one login. So for that, creating the login, you go to the home page. First, I'm creating the login. Then I will come back to here. So how to create the login, Entra login? So you have to go to Microsoft Entra ID. Once you go to here, you can see there is one option that is called user. Click on the user, and then after that, you can see that in the top, it is giving here new user. Click on the new user and just go create new user, right? Just hit on this create new user. It is going to be ask you provide any name. So what name I am going to use? I'm going to use, I'm giving the name as Ram. That is a Ram at the rate of PowerShell. Okay, so I will take this login because I need this login in later. So I given this is my email address, which one I am going to create now. And then what I'm going to do, display name, if you want, you can give this RAM only. And next is your password. I have selected the option as a auto generate password. I will take this password because I need this password. This password is given by the Microsoft only, and I'm not selecting anything, going with the or default. If you want, you can just go with the first name user, blah blah blah. And next is I'm not assigning any group or anything here, right? And I'm going to review and create. It will take few seconds and this login is going to be created. So you can see once this login is going to be created, you can see that RAM will be appear here. So just we'll see where it is created. It is not created, so you can refresh this portal. Once you will refresh this portal, that login, which one I created on the Azure, that login is going to be appear in this page. Just wait for a few seconds. This once the page is going to be loaded, you will able to see that login has been created. And this login is this RAM just now we have created, right? Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to the Azure SQL, right? Same thing. I'm hit on the create. I'm going with the create database. I will select my database name as test DB. I'm selecting the server because I have not created. So better I will go with here and try to create this. I will select some different location. Next, I'm using the use Microsoft SQL Server Enter authentication. I'm using the both, use both. So first is like I have to add this SQL Windows authentication, means Microsoft Enter authentication. I'm going to set as admin because I have to select that login. And which login I have created, I will go here and I will copy and I will filter that. So it is going to be appear. Just select it, select option. So what happened? It is set as admin. This is set as a admin, this account. Okay. And for this SQL login means I'm going to give this as a admin. This is my um, password. Okay. And I'm going to hit on Okay. Okay. So next is this is going to this server is came here. I'm just trying to change on this hyperskill. I will not go with the hyperskill. What is hyperskill and all? I have explained in my previous video session. You can go and you can watch. I'm going with this basic, right? And I'm going to hit on the apply, right? And then after that I'm going with the networking. In networking you can see whenever I was creating the in the SQL server on infrastructure as a services, you can see there is something called VNet option was coming. Virtual network I have to create. But here you can't see the virtual network, right? That thing we are going to discuss in later video session. And next is right, what is public endpoint, what is private endpoint. That everything I'm not going to discuss in the later video session. In the next video, not later, in the next video session only, I'm going to discuss on this all. What is public endpoint, what is private endpoint, what is default, what is proxy, what is redirect, how it is going to be work, right? So mm, so I'm going with next is security. And in the security, again, I'm not selecting anything. Everything will be default now, right? And going with next. And here also, I'm not setting anything. Everything I'm going with the default, my collision and everything. Going with the tag, review and create. And after that, what I have missed it here. Something I have missed. Resource group I have missed. So better I will give the resource group and going next, next. Okay, just I have to check one thing whether I have not changed anything now. Here it should be basic. That's fine. Going with next in the networking, it is not coming VNet virtual network. I am not creating. That is the very important thing. If you are comparing with a PAAS and IAAS, right? And of course, if you are compared with managed instance, there you have to create that virtual network. Here you don't have to create, right? So that's why there will be lot of restriction is also there. That what we are going to discuss in the later video session, not now. This everything we are going to discuss in the next video. And I'm going with the security because here I am going to discuss about database level of role and server level of role. Going with the setting, tags, review and create, and I'm going to hit on the create. It will take few minutes to create the your database. Once the database will be ready, then we will try to connect with our SSMS. Just wait for some time till it is taking time to create the my DB and server. Now you can see this my database has been created. I'm going to the resource, right? Once I will go inside the resource, right? So you can see here it is appearing the server name. I will take this server name and I will try to connect. So what method I will use? I can use anything. I'm going to put here my server name. Not this is taken the instance name. I have to copy this and I will go now. I will paste this, right? And same, I'm going to hit here also. This is my server name. And after that, I have to use the SQL authentication. And SQL authentication, what is my login name I have given here? So if you're going inside the server, you will able to see the server admin is SA_admin. I will take this login name. I will be just pasting here. It is same as how you are connecting on-prem. And I will try to connect now. Just see. Okay, so now you can see it is giving the error. Why it is giving the error? One thing you have to do, you have to go to your networking session, and because we have selected everything default in the public session, you have to select the network and you have to add. Okay, in the later video session, I'm going to explain you how to add the virtual network rule, and I'm going to explain you add the firewall rule. This is nothing but it is your IP address, client IP address, that one I'm adding here. So if you want to connect with your laptop, right? So this IP address has to add. In the real time, you can give the range, right? You know, like if any team is working on that, what IP address range has been assigned, the whole range you can give, so that all any DBA is coming. So between that range, only your system is going to be connect, right? So this thing is will be taken care by the networking team, or they will give you like which I starting or end IP address you have to add here to select this Azure PAAS database. So here once I will add this IP address, now you will be able to see I'm able to connect with this server. Okay, so now you can see I have connected now, and successfully I have connected. So how I have connected? What you understood? I have to go to the networking session. In this, I have to, in the firewall rule, I have to add this firewall, right? This IP. Then only it is going to be allowed for me to connect with my Azure PAAS database, right? So here I have connected with my SQL authentication. But or now, if I will expand here, you will able to see database what I have created, and the master database also. And in the security also, you will able to see just logins, and inside login there will be some login detail you will able to get here. So just wait for some time, it is going to be loaded. So now you can see the in the system inside the database, you will able to see the only test database. That database I have created, login is nothing, it is going to display here. If I will expand the system database, let's see what database you are going to see. Now just wait, it is taking time. Okay, now you can see that it is giving only one database, that is the master database, and one login it is going to display. That login I have connected, because that login only I have created. It is not going to see so any more thing. But if we'll go with the on-prem, you can see there is the multiple of thing you will able to see. If you are expanding the database, you will able to see the user database and system database, all system. But here you will able to see only master database, and which database I have created, that one you will able to see. Login, it is going to display which login I have added while creating the database, right? Then next is, if I will hit on this connect, you will see there is a lot of option it is coming. One is Microsoft Entra Passport, Microsoft Entra Integrated, Microsoft Entra Multi-Authentication, Multi-Factor Authentication, MFA, Microsoft Entra Manage in Identity. There is a lot of thing is there. This too has been added newly, but we'll discuss this all. So Windows authentication, you already know, whenever you have on-prem, you are connecting through this. Whenever you want to connect with SQL Server Authentication, you have to use the SQL Server Authentication, and it is going to be give you the enter the username and password. Then you are going to authenticate it. This SQL authentication is possible in on-prem plus PAAS also, right? Next one, you can see the Microsoft Entra Passport. Entra Passport is one thing. Next is Microsoft Entra Integrated, right? Entra Integrated means automatically it is taken that that login, right? Which login you are login in the system. Next is Microsoft Entra MFA, multi-factor authentication. What is this multi-factor authentication? So what is this multi-factor authentication? We are going to discuss now. In Okay, so in this multi-factor authentication, right, what I will going to do, which login I have created, means Azure login, which one I have created, I am taking this and I'm going to put it here. So it is the multi-factor authentication, means you have to authenticate from your mobile. Then only it is going to work. If I will hit on the connect, what it is going to be happen? Just see. It is going to open your one portal, means Microsoft portal. From there, it is going to be authenticate, and it's required your Microsoft Authenticator to download in your mobile. So just wait once this page is going to be launched. Okay, now it is asking the password. I will be taking this password, means which password it is given by the Microsoft automatically, which is generated, right? That password I am going to give here, and I'm giving in the sign in. And then it is asking me to change the password. Okay, I given the old password, which is generated by Microsoft, and I'm giving the new password. Okay, so and I'm hitting on the sign in. Okay, so after that I have to hit on the next, and meantime what I will go and I will open my Microsoft Authenticator because this is required. So you have to download the Microsoft Authentication in your mobile, right? Then go to the next, go to next. Okay, now it is giving some, I will be scan this code in my mobile. Okay, so now it's came. I will be going to hit on next now because I have already a scan in my mobile, and now this 69 I am going to enter in my mobile. It is very simple. You have to use and you will scan automatically. That is going to be added, and once I verified from mobile, it is it is approved, and I am going with the next, and I am clicking on the done. Right. So what you understood now? Multi-factor authentication. If you're using, if somebody will ask, what is the multi-factor authenticator, right? So multi-factor authenticator is MFA. Multi-factor authentication is nothing but this authentication is going to be happen from your mobile, right? Right, so now you can see I have added, right? And this is also same only because in the Azure portal you have seen this also I set as a admin. This two account is set as a admin, right? So this is came here. Next, what I am trying to do, I will go and I will try to connect with, I will disconnecting with this, and I am taking some other one. So now I am going with the Microsoft Entra password, right? Entra password is nothing but you are entering your login, what login you have created for your Azure Entra, and you give the same, and I have changed the password, right? So the new password I am going to give, and I'm hit on the connect. Okay, so again I have corrected through the same login, right? So what you understood now, you understood what is Windows authentication, what is SQL authentication, Microsoft Entra password. You understood we are giving this and we are assigning the password. Next is integrated. Integrated is nothing but what will be happen if you are connecting through any Azure virtual machine like IAAS, right? And this is happen if you will see the real time. In real time, what is going to be happen? In real time, you are connecting, you are going inside any virtual machine, and after going inside the virtual machine, you are not connecting that server. You can connect with the any server if you have the permission, right? Right. So, but you are going to use the that automatically it is taken that your login, right? And it will not ask the any password in the Windows authentication. The same thing it is here in the Azure environment. If you are going to connect, it will be take automatically that login. That login has to be there in your Active Directory. Azure Active Directory. If it is sync, then you will able to connect with this, or otherwise you can go with run as different user, and then you can use this option. That also you can try. And next is MFA. You already know. I have explained. Next is Entra managed. So here what will be happen? This also we have done, right? Means we will try this now. So I will disconnect with this and I will try whether it will work or not. Let's see. Going with Microsoft, you leave it. I think this one will work or not. I'm not sure. So if you are going to hit on this, because multi-factor authentication is already authenticated, so it will allow you to connect. So let's see whether it is connecting or not. I think it will failed. Okay, so because it is not authorized, right? So you leave it about this one here. So basically my work is to show you this all, how this is going to be work, right? So so I hope this is clear for you, how we are connecting with the either we are connecting with Microsoft Entra ID, or you are using the SQL login to connect with your PAAS database. I think till here there will be no doubt, everything is clear now, right? Next, what I'm trying to do, I'm using my SQL account only, and here I'm going to show you how we are going to provide the access to any login or any user, how to create and how to provide the access. If you will go to the any user database, what you are going to see, and this is my on-prem, I'm going to on-prem also any databases, right? So I'm going to security and then I'm going the role, right? And then go with the database. You can see there is the database access admin, DB operator, database reader, writer, DDL admin, DNA. This much you are able to see. And same thing you will able to see here as well. As per database level, permission if you want to give, there is no differences. It is not, sorry, I went to the security role and database role. So now you will be able to see what role you are going to see into the on-prem. The same role you will able to see into this database level role, right? Into the PAAS database, Azure database. So there is no differences between this. That is the one thing. Second thing, what if I will go and if I will check my server level of role here, right? If I will go, I will try to see the server, but you can see here it is not giving any more thing, right? Here only login is coming. That's it. But if I will go to the master database, right? Because here master database and I'm going with the security, and here if I will expand my role and go with the database level of role, right? What you are going to see, there is some role it is given extra, that is called DB manager and login manager. Remaining everything it is same. So where you will see if I expand my any master database in on-prem and going with the security, going with the role and database role, you are able to see only this much role, means this much whatever you are seeing here in the master database role, that much only you will able to see inside the user database. So you can see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. And if I will go here inside my inside my master database, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So 10 and 10, there is no differences. But if you will go to your Azure database and if you are going with the master database, you will able to see there is two extra role it is here, 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 and 12. So two extra. What are the two extra role? That is DB manager and login manager. So we are not focused on the all role, because the remaining role is almost same as how it is there in the on-prem. We are going to discuss these two role, and these two role you can treat as a server level of role also. Server level means mm, master database access. If you are going to give this access to the master database, then what your user is going to perform, that thing it is we are going to learn. But before starting anything, what I will do, I will be go and I will give some database level of role, and we will see some permission. We will create the user, we will create the login. So that thing we are going to do now. I'm not touching anything now in on-prem. I'm going with my user database, right? So now what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to create some data login and user into the Azure database. So second thing is what I want to focus here, that that in the Azure database, cross query will not work. Means if you are using use master or use any database, that is not possible here. That one we have discussed. And also I told you each database having their own identity, right? Each database has the own identity. It is known as the database level, right? Like you can see that is the server level. This this is called as the instance level, but here PaaS is database level of things, right? That one. So what I'm trying to do here, I will go to the database and try to create some user. If you are getting any request, go and create the database. So create the user and login and assign some permission. How you are going to do that, right? So that thing we are going to learn here now. So now how to create the user? So it is very simple. I will go here. I'm taking and I'm opening new query window. It is a little bit slow, just we'll see. Pasted here. So what I'm going to do, I'm trying to create login. So what login I'm going to create? Tom login. Okay. So what I will do, I will go and I will just running this create login Tom with password. Whether it will work? So it is saying you must be in the master database. Got it? So what I have to do, I am changing this connection to the master database because I cannot use will not work here. So now it is taken. Now what I'm trying to do, I will go and run this create database, and after that I have to create the user. So where I want to create the user, I want to create the user into this database, just example, right? So what I will do, I will go and I will create this. So now I'm running this create user username, right? So it is created now, right? Now login and password, everything created. Now I will try to log in with Tom now. SQL authentication, I'm giving Tom. And if I will hit here to connect, whether it will connect or not, it will not connect. Why it will not connect? Because I have given the access to the user database, but I am trying to connect with the master. It will not allow. If you want, we have to change this to test DB and I have to connect, right? If I will do in this way, I will able to connect with this, right? So now I have connected because I will get some database also, and I'm not getting the login here. You can see because it is when I created, it was the set as the admin. So that's why it is allowing. I have given only access to this database. That's why it is not showing me any other information. I'm go and I will hit on the new query window, and you can see the down. It is Tom. So I connected with the Tom. I will try to create any table. So whether it will work or not, of course it will not work because I have created, but I have not given the access. Now I have to provide the access to create any database. So instead of creating, what I will do, I will creating from here. You can see it is the SA underscore admin. I will try to create the table from here. Successfully, I was able to create. I will try to insert into T1 values 1. And successfully I was able to insert also, and I'm trying to select. I was able to select this database also, this table also. But same thing, if I will try to do from this query window, this is I have login as a Tom. You can see that down, right? I was not able to create. I will not able to insert. I will not able to select, right? Same way, if you want to grant the select, right? How you will do? This is the create user. Okay. And you can use the GUI tool also for selecting this, right? I will go here and I'm going with my test DB, and I'm going with my security. I'm going with the user. Okay, I have to refresh the user because I have created the Storm and now not refresh. That's why it is not appearing here. Once I will refresh, you can see this. This is came here, Tom. I will double click on the Tom. Just wait for some time. It is taking time. It's depend upon your internet speed also, why it is slow today. I think it is came now. Go here, go to owned schema, membership. You can go with the securable. It is almost same, right? You can search specific object, select, go with the database, not table access. Click OK. Browse which table what you want to give the access. Select this data table. Click on OK. I want to give the just hit out here. Wait. Okay. I want to give something called select access. I will hit here and click on OK. Now, if you are go and hit on the select, you will able to select the data. But what about the insert? You will not able to insert. You will not able to create nothing, right? So now what we are going to do? We are going to give some DBO access to this Tom user, right? How to give the Tom access, DBO access? It is very simple. DB manager, I will not give. I will take this. Not PowerShell. Sorry. I will SA admin. I will go here and from this I'm there in the and giving this Tom and just I will go and I will hit on the execute. So now this permission has been granted as a owner. If I will add as a owner, he will able to select, he will able to insert, and he will able to create also if he want to create any database. Whether he will able to create table, yes, he will able to create the table also because he is the owner of the database, owner of that database. So he is able to create any table, he is able to insert, he is able to select. This everything work as usual how it was working in the in on-prem. The next thing which one I want to discuss, if I want to create any database, create database, and database name I am giving India. Whether it will work? No, it will not work. So if you want to create the database, right, which this access you want to give, which access you have to give. And if I'm going here in the from the other window, if I will try whether he is able to create, yes, he will able to create because this is the SA full access admin it is given here. So it is working fine because this window is, you can see the down, it is a SA underscore admin, but this user will able to create, but Tom is not able to create because Tom we have not given the access. So if you want to give the access, what you have to do, you have to go with some role. That role only we are going to discuss, that is called DB manager and login manager. So what is the DB manager? The DB manager role allow the user to create the database, delete the database as database owner, right? Is it's allow user to connect the Azure database as DBA user that contain all DB permission. The user in this role do not have permission to access other database that they not own. The meaning of this means if you are going to add this role, right? At this role he is able to now see he is able to create the databases, right? And which database he's created, right? That database he is the owner, so he's able to perform the all operation on that C now. So now what I will try to do, I will try to add login manager there. So how I will add, I'm going my SA admin, right? And I'm going which login I want to give the access. I want to give some access to my, I'm going to the master database, I'm going to the user. Okay, so now what I will do, I will go to the Tom, it is here, right? So I'm click on the Tom, just wait for some time, or otherwise you can go with this also. MS database manager, Avin login manager, like that you can go. That is not okay. It is came here. Sorry, I don't have to go here. I'm mistake I have done. So what I'm trying to do, I will go and I will create this user. Where I have to create? I have to create into the master database. So I will go to the master database. Just wait for some time. It is slow now. Okay, now I am trying to create this login here. Tom login, the Tom user I have created here. And after that, what I will do, I will go to the master database. I will refresh now. This user is going to be created into the master database. And in master database, I will go to the security, go to the user, go to the Tom. Okay. Oh, it is taking time. It's taking some time. I don't know why. Okay, now it is came. So I will go here and I will select the membership. And here I am going with the DB manager, right? And if you want, you can script out also. You will see how the permission is going to be applied. So that one, if you want, you can script out or you can click on OK. Now DB manager I have given. If you will give the access to the DB manager, what is going to be happen? He is able to create the database. So already I have created the database here, right? So if I will refresh this, I will expand the database. So now you will see India is created, right? So now India is already created. So I will go with Bangalore, Bangalore, and I have given the permission to the Tom user. Let's see whether now he is able to create or not. So create permission is denied on because I have to select the master database, not this. Selected the master database. Okay. Now you have to run. Now you will able to see this user, Tom user has created, it is able to create the database, right? Successfully. Just wait for some time. It's taking time. It is taking some time to create. So just wait for some time. Okay. Meantime, we will discuss something more. So once it is going to be created, now I'm going to expand this database and I'm going to refresh about Tom, whether Tom is able to see this Indian database or not. India database is created by whom? It is created by this SA admin I have run, right? He is not able to see. Why? Because Tom, we have not given the permission to the India database. That's why he is not able to see. Be remember this because and now Tom is able to create the Bangalore. So if I will refresh this, means SA admin. I created this Bangalore database from the Tom and he is able to and I was able to see here in the SA admin. If I will go and refresh here, whether now it is coming here or not, nothing it is coming. And one more time I will refresh, it is not coming. So what it is meaning, he is able to create the database. Now if I will try to drop database and database name, just you can see. Now Tom is trying to drop Drop means it should be like this, I think. Let's see what will happen. But you cannot see here. So Tom is able to create the database also. Tom is able to delete the database also, right? But Tom is not able to access this database because we have not given the permission. That only it is saying here. Means if you will provide permission to the DB manager to any user, what will happen? The DB manager rule allow user to create the database or delete the database as a owner. It's allow user to connect with the Azure database as DBA user connect all permission. The user in this role don't have any permission to access other database that they do not own, because I have not given the permission to this database. That's why he's not able to see it. If I will go and again I'm going to create this database, and this time I will try to give some permission to the Tom, right? Then he is able to access, right? So I think till here it is clear what is this DB manager and all. Now what I will try to do, I will try to create some login from using Tom login. So now what I will do, I will just expanded this session, and down you can see it is saying the Tom. So I will trying to create some user, whether you can see whether the any user or login able to create or not. Uh, Tom means I will give Linda now, and I'm giving Linda and giving login as a Linda, and I will hit. Of course, I have to go with the master database. Now I have selected the master database, and I'm hitting on this create login. So it is saying must be in the master database. Sorry. So I'm not there. I will just try to change now. So now you will able to see I'm not able to change the to the master database for the Tom, because we have not given the access only. You can see it is not allowing now. Now what I will do, I will add this to the Linda. I will try to as this Tom user to this. Okay, I will try to first refresh my database now. Let's see now database is created or not, because I ran this query, right? So just wait for some time. Okay, so one more thing I will try to do, I will expand this database from the Tom, and I will select and I will open the new query window. Wait, it is loading now. So now master database came, and you can see it is the connected. What I will do, I will copy this to code and I will paste here now. So I'm there in the master database and trying to create the login Linda, whether it will allow or not. It is not allowing to create. It is saying user don't have the permission. So if I have to give the permission to the Linda, what I have to go? I have to go to the security, not here, sorry. I have to go to the system database, going with master database, go to security, go to user, Tom I have to give. So I have to go to the Tom and just wait. It will take some time to load this page. Okay, just wait for some time. Oh, okay, it is a little bit slow now. Oh no, it came. So I will go here, and that's why people will do from the coding, because it is taking time GUI. So go to this membership, and I'm going to select login manager here and hit on the OK. Now it is done. Once I've given the permission to the login manager, and now I will go and I will try to create the Linda. So Linda login has been created. I'm going to create the user to the Linda. So whether he is able to create? Yes. Okay, I think it is already created. Linda login has been created. Now I'm creating the any other database. Okay, this time I'm going with the India. Just wait for some time. Oh, set. Okay, so 1 second. Because Tom don't having access on India, that's why he is not able to do. So I will go with some different because I'm sorry for that. Test DB, and now he's trying to create. He is able to create. Why? Because Tom, I have not given access to the India database, right? So he's not, because what happened? I've given the access to create the database and drop the database because I have added to the DB manager. But if he's trying to create a login, he having the access to create the login. But where he is able to create? He is able to create only for those database which it's having the access. It's not if you have 10 database and if you have. So I think you have understood, right? So Tom, I have not given access to the India database, so he is not able to create any user on that, even he having the permission, right? So till here, I think you don't have any doubt, right? So next things, I'm not going with this. I will go with this, and at this time, I'm trying to create some Windows login here, right? How to create the Windows login? That also it is very very important. So now what I will try to do, I think I hope you have understood about this both login, DB manager and login manager. What is login manager? User in this login manager database role can create and read the login in master database, right? So if you will go to the on-prem, what you will say? DB manager and login manager role. So just we will go to the on-prem, and that's one more thing I will see here. 1 second, I will go to the security server label of role, not login. Go to the server role. So you can see the DB creator. What role you are saying as a server level DB creator? That is nothing but it is your DB manager role. So what you are going to say into the on-prem DB creator, the same thing you can perform in Azure DB while assigning this role DB manager. And what is this login manager? You can see there is something called not security admin. So what security admin is going to be performed into the on-prem, the same thing it is going to be performed by login manager in Azure DB. I think it is clear now, right? Come to the next, because it's having the individual access, database having their own identity, right? It is the database level of services. That's why it is added here. Now what I'm trying to do, I am here into the SA admin, and I'm trying to create some Windows level of login. So you already know, if you have to create the login and password, you are using create login with password if you want to create the SA authentication. If you want to create the some Windows authentication or Microsoft Entra authentication, then what login you have to use? You have to use create username for external provider. That thing you have to use for creating the external user, right? So what I will do, if you want to create the external user, right, external login, so what you have to do, this login has to be available into your Azure ID. So what I will do, I will go and I will try to create one more my user. So go to user. I will take some different login name. I'm typing here Pihu. Taken this and same thing. What is the password for it? It is generated. That password I will take. Then what I will do, I will go hit here, next, 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 and just I will go for the create. Oh, basic something I have not done. What thing I have missed? Something it is missing. Okay, review and create. Oh, validation, something I have missed. Okay, I will check now what I have missed. Okay, display name. Okay, review and create. So I have created that login and I will refresh from here. And this is this. Okay. Now if I have to create, what I will do, I will go here, I will paste it. I have to run this one. Okay. So what error you are getting here? The error it is saying like could not be created because why? Only connection established with Active Directory accounts can create other Active Directory user because I have login through the SA user. That's why I will not able to create. If you want to create, right? If you want to create the AD level of account, you have to log in through AD only. So now what I will do, I will log in now using my Active Directory account. How to log in? I will go to the MFA. Not MFA, better I will go with enter password. I will going to paste here and I'm going to give, and I have connected now. Okay, now I will try to create, but this one I don't given the any access to this, right? Even though you have added your SQL login to login manager, then also it is not able to create. Please remember this line also. So if you are saying, right, it is not able to create. So now I will go and we will try to create now. Okay, so now what I will do, I will change, I will try to give this access first. Master database, this one, I will go here. So what you understood, if you will give the access also, if you are adding to login manager also to the SQL account, but SQL account is not able to create the Windows login if you want to add. Like in on-prem, what you are saying, if you have the SQL authentication, you will able to create the Windows account, but here it is not possible. It should be Windows account only. So what I will do, I will go here and I'm adding to DB manager, login manager and click on OK now. So now you can see, okay, sorry. Okay, I'm there in the this account. So I have to go to that account. Now hit on this. Now he is able to create this, right? So like that, it will work even. And same thing if you are going to log in into this account. One second. If I will try to log in using this, I have to use this. Uh, I'm going with the MFA and I'm giving here, not this account, sorry. Not this. Which account I have added? This one, right? This account I have created. Now I'm trying to log in using this. I'm going with the connect. It is asking the password. I think password I have taken or not. Yes, I have taken. Again, you will go with this, and I'm using the MFA, means I have to. Mm, okay, so now you go to the next. Again, it will ask you to verify from the Microsoft Authenticator. Same way you have to do. Go to the next. Go to the next. Once I'm just opening my Authenticator now. Just wait for some time. Yes, my Authenticator is open now. I will go and I'm scanning this. So now it is login. I'm entering this password, clicking on yes. So now it is done. Go with next and done. Okay. So it is login token is failed because I have not given the access. I will go with the master because that database we have not given the access, right? So that's why it is not allowed. So individually that database you have the access, you will able to connect with that. So now if I will expand this because you will able to see this because master level of access I have given here, right? So this is fine, right? And if you want to add this as a admin, right, so that also you will able to do. You have to just go to this portal, go to home, go to SQL database. I created multiple of database. You want to make as a admin, you can go to the any database, and down you can see there is something, it is called setting security. Okay. Okay, you go to the inside the server, and inside the server you can see there is something called Microsoft Entra. Set as a admin, you can go and directly you can paste this. Okay, it's came, just select it, just select here, and after that you can save. So this is this account is set as a admin on this server, same as like whenever we are creating it, right? So giving the permission to it. So if I will disconnect from now here and try to log in again with this pihu with not master, um, test db, right? Test db I have entered, right? Test db database we have went inside that and then we given. So now you will able to see it is given. So this database, it has become the admin, he having the full permission on this. So I hope you have understood like how the login, how the user will work, which are the permission it is there, right? So in the next video session I'm going to discuss about not that. So first of all, you have understood this login manager and DB manager. Remaining every role is same. What it is there in the on-prem and what it is there into the Azure SQL DB. Next video session, we are going to see something called server level of role. Right? What are the server level of role? It is provided new into the Microsoft Azure DB, right? And next things, which one we are going to discuss, that is called how the connectivity is happen into the Azure DB. Uh, okay. So in the next video session, we are going to learn about the connectivity, how the connectivity is happen into the SQL Server from your on-prem, means SQL Server, means if you have installed any SQL Server here, to how it is going to connect, what are the different ways is there, that everything we are going to discuss into the next video session. And what is the private endpoint, what is public endpoint, that also we are going to see, what is redirect, this everything we are going to discuss into the next video session. And one more thing I will tell you guys, I have already published this 5 courses here. If you want to do anything automation using the PowerShell, please go through this. If you want to learn anything health check report or HTML, you want to build a report, you can go with this. If you want any uh, IAAS infrastructure as a services you want to learn in the cloud, please go through this course. If you want to go with the advanced version of SQL Server, means this is the basics version and this is the advanced version, please go through this. If you want to learn the T-SQL code, you can go and go through this course. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please continuous watch my next video session. Thank you so much.